Right, so what happened was coming down the Pacific motorway, this plug fell off, the old Anderson plug fell off. And I don't know if you can see it or not, hopefully you can see it properly. I'll put it maybe down here, so seeable. It's pretty well destroyed from dragging on the highway. But that cable was actually the one that charged our van. And the video footage that you'll either see or have seen took me about 40 minutes to change it over because I was trying to save some cable and I didn't have all the tools. So I had some solder, but I didn't have a soldering iron, so I used a Rude helicopters and an old, I got my jet ball out. And I used that and used the technique called flooded solder, which is where you get the end. One of these bad boys, see if I can find it in here. Pull the table out. Nice yeah, you get the end of these, which is your connector, part of your connector, one of them, and you just put solder, jam as much solder in there as you can, and you heat it up and it melts. And then you jam the cable in there, and that's called flooded solder. Because I didn't have any way of crimping it, that's what I used instead, and it works. It works just as well. These are some of the spares that I carry with me. You know, I've got a spare red Anderson plug, and I've got another grey one somewhere. I don't know what I've done with it. A bit of heat shrink as well, both black and red there. And in here, this is my fuses box. In here, in my fuses box, I have, some blade fuses. That one's probably a 20 amp. I've got some MIDI fuses as well. And then the other box over here, I also have some more 10 amp blade fuses. The reason it looks like a mess at the moment is because when I picked it out of the toolbox before, I dropped it. Oh, there you go. There's the other grey one as well that I have, which works, I carry a couple of these around with me. MIDI fuse holder as well. So if you want to see what other spares or other tools I carry, leave a comment and let me know, and I'll put together a video for you as well. I could carry some stuff for the van as well. Righto, let's go to the next spot. Sydney to Brisbane, we always do it over a 2-day period. We have done it in one, but we find it exhausting. And the idea of this video is to show you a camping spot that is low cost, has showers and toilets, is secure, dog friendly, and you can have campfires. It's $15 a night for unpowered. And we didn't need power at all, we didn't need power. This is it. This is called Jabour Park. I'll put the spelling up on the screen, and I'll put the link to it in Wikicamps or Camps Australia in the description. But it is a great spot. It's in Grafton, just outside, in Grafton. As you can see, there's an oval with lights on it. This is where we're camped, is down there. And over the other side of the campground here is the gravel, well, I'll go for a walk through there anyway, gravel entrance point with some powered sites. So unpowered site is $15 a night, and with an honesty box, and powered side is an extra $5, that's $20 a night, which is pretty good. So yeah, there you go. I'll do a walk around and then we'll head home. This is the Grafton Vintage Motor Vehicle Club. There are showers and toilets here, men's and women's, which is fantastic. There are bins as well around here. There. That's where the showers and toilets are. I'm not going in there. Obviously, we all know what showers and toilets look like, right? There's your honesty box. Come in and fill your details out. And drag them a lead. Put you in there. Dump point. Wash spot there to wash your hands afterwards. Gravel road in here. Pretty good. Powered sites in there. Remember, these are an extra $5 a night. You get little shelter sheds, I suppose you call them. Very army term, that one. yeah, it's a great spot. We come here nearly every time we come back from Sydney, and we go to Sydney to go and see family, son and grandkids, and we always sort of stop in here because it's always pretty nice. Yeah, different size caravans, pretty good. Get to the front gate, it's got a phone number on it. It's got a phone number on it which you ring, and that give you the gate code to get in and access it. There is video cameras here, so obviously they're taking your number plates, making sure people pay. You know, this place runs on that $15 per vehicle, you know, and it's pretty good. They did upgrade the gravel down here. Just drive around there, back around to the other side where those vans are over there, and that's where we camp. We camp over there most times. Really windy here last night. I think it's been windy everywhere. Let's go, come on, come on. Yeah, good boy, good boy, good boy. Yeah, let's go. Oh yeah, I'll fix that, love. Good pick up, love. Well, that's pretty much it for this episode. Well, I hate saying that. That's pretty much it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of it. It was a real quick one. Until next time. Oh, before I forget, if you feel so inclined, please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It'd be great if I could do that. Until then, see you in the next one. Alright. It was that windy yesterday. Buy the dog off the lead. Oh, hey, Finn, where are you, mate? Man, come. He's down there. Stefan, come on. Ah, that a boy. Pretty bad dad joke, I know.